did want to hop on tonight and just talk a little bit about relationships and the importance of being mindful about what you say yes to. I'm going to talk a little bit about dating and where I'm at in my relationships, and hopefully you can tie this into something that you've been going through. As far as dating, I've been making a lot of progress because one of the first questions that I ask are, what are your intentions? Do you one day want to get married? Do you want to have kids? Because that's something that I want to have. And I haven't always been like that. Sometimes I would just look at the short term gain instead of the longer picture. And it doesn't mean that I'm ready. However, that is something that I would like to work towards. And I could already see it paying off in dividends because it's weeded out a lot of people who I shouldn't be talking to, going on dates that I shouldn't be going on, and just taking on things that no longer serve me. And I can't tell you how many times that I've taken on a job where I know damn well I wasn't going to stay there more than a few weeks. Looking back, why did I take that job? It's very compulsive. And I say this because time goes by and then you realize you're like, well, I'm not where I need to be. And what am I doing? What in my life am I doing that's just not right? Why am I not getting to where I need to go to? And 9 out of 10 times, it's because of the decisions that we make. This is just a reminder to slow down and think about your intentions, whether it's in a relationship or a job. Does this check in with your goals, with your value system? These things are very important. So you don't become resentful towards that person, or even more so resentful towards yourself. The second part of this is self-love. And I say this because it's so important. People disappoint many times, and it's not even that they necessarily mean to, it's just the way things go. Miscommunication, different motives, it happens. And relationships could become very draining after a time, and the healing process becomes longer and longer. And after a while, you're like, you know what, like I'm not gonna even try this anymore. And that's where things start to get a little weary because it's like we're rummaging through a forest. Like we're all trying to find our person, and we don't want to give up nothing. They don't want to give up nothing. And in a sense, you kind of just have to find someone who is true to themselves and supports you, but also respects the fact that you know we have goals and we don't want to stop doing things that make us happy and that allow us to grow. So if you could find a partnership with someone who's on board with that, that's a beautiful thing. Self-love is so important because in these moments when you're by yourself, that's when that negative self-talk comes in and says, you know what, like this is your fault. You're no good. That relationship that you messed up, it's because of you. It's because you didn't do this right. Most times, if not all times, it's not true. It's a lack of self-esteem, a lack of it's negative self-talk. And if we can just change the way we talk to ourselves, and I say this often, that the first thought we can't change, but the second thought, you can change that. You don't have to allow that negative talk to allow you to go into the past or the future. Just stay present and challenge that some negative self-talk and talk to yourself and say, no, I'm not going to go there. I'm just not going to do it. You got to cut it off. You have to distract yourself. Do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 thing. Come up with a technique that really improves. And, I'll share this is that I have a self-affirmation book that I've been working towards, and I would do it for 30 days straight. And let me tell you, the amount of progress that I've made in my own life, as far as self-esteem, my attitude, it's been tremendous. And it's as simple as just taking 5 minutes a day and writing positive affirmations down. You have to learn it, believe it, and live it. It's important, especially when it comes to dating and relationships, because I think we all know that it's common to get obsessive over a person, especially in the beginning. You really like the person, and then you start to learn more about them. And at the end of the day, I just want everybody to find their person and just be happy, especially with themselves. And I say that because this is something that I'm continuing to work on myself, and I feel that a lot of people experience this, but we're afraid to talk about this. We don't want to actually talk that I'm going through this because it makes me feel weak. Talk about it. It doesn't mean that you're weak. If anything, it makes you strong because you're willing to admit it. Having humility. There are so many people out there, practically everyone is going through something that you're going through. And we're all thinking the same thing. It's just some people decide to say it and some people are fearful of saying it.